Don't wanna be I don't wanna be playing. Alright you guys, so I'm starting off on freshly washed hair. It's just been air dried, so it looks a little crispy right now. But what I'm going to do is begin to prep my hair for this style. So I'm going to go ahead and moisturize my hair since I won't be able to touch it for a couple of weeks. So I'm just splitting it into sections, and then I'm going in with the Cream of Nature Coconut Milk Leave-In Conditioner. I'm going in with the spray conditioner, and then I'm going to go in with the Curl Repair Leave-In Cream Conditioner just because it adds extra moisture to my hair. And like I said, I won't be touching my hair for a long time, so I want to make sure it's extremely moisturized, and make sure that I get my roots, and I make sure that I get my ends, and just make sure that my hair is nice and, you know, just moisturized, girl. Don't nobody want no crispy hair underneath their protective style, or else you're just protecting crispy hair. You want to make sure you're protecting moisturized hair, make sure it's nice and detangled, and then, you know, we can go on to the next step. Alright, so now that my hair is nice and detangled, I'm going to go in with my growth oil. I actually have Jamaican black castor oil in this applicator bottle. But anyways, so I'm just going to go ahead and oil my scalp to make sure that, you know, I'm promoting growth while I am protective styling. So I'm going to go in with that, and then I'm going to use my, what's this thing called? My little, what's this thing called? My little vibrator thing. I forget what it's called. I'm sorry. I have a coupon code if you guys want one. It's from Vanity Planet. So I'm just going to go ahead and massage that into my scalp to just get my scalp and blood flowing. And then Cream of Nature, again, I told y'all I'm a Cream of Nature stan. I'm going in with their 7 treatment oil and just sealing in all the moisture that I just put into my hair. After that is done, I'm going to twist up my hair so that it doesn't get tangled while I am working on the rest of the sections. And I'm going to do the same exact steps throughout the other 4 sections of my hair. Alright, so this is the hair I am using. It's by Outre Expression Hair. It is Jerry curl hair, and it's 24 inches long. So it's extremely long hair, but we'll cut it later. I got it in the color 425. It's the closest I could find to my red hair, and it's really hard finding hair in this color, let me tell you. But anyhow, this is a piece that I had already tried out, so it looks a little worn, but I just wanted to show you guys how long the hair would be in the back of my head. It's literally down to my thigh. So I'm going to go ahead and do myself a favor, and I'm going to cut about, I think maybe 5 inches, 4 or 5 or 6, I'm not exactly sure, but however much you want to cut off. If you want to keep it all, you can, but that's how much hair I cut off right there. It looks probably like 5 or 6 inches. Girl, I don't know. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut that off. And it's funny, the hair still ended up extremely long. It's still down to my tailbone, but it's better than being down at my thigh. So this is the beautiful texture of the hair and what it is looking like after I cut a few inches off. So if you guys saw my last twisting video, you've seen this rack before. I got it from Walmart, and it just helps me to keep the hair separated and keep me a little more organized. So the great thing about this hair is that it comes in like sections or little pieces already, and they're just about the same size, so you know that your hair is going to come out pretty much the same size twist if you use the same amount of hair in each twist. I am using 2 little pieces of hair per twist, so I'm just going to pull them apart and then put them on the rack. So I'm just going to keep on pulling out 2 pieces, laying them on the rack, 2 pieces, laying them on the rack. And this is what the full rack looks like. So it just helps me to stay organized and also count how many pieces I have, which also helps me to know how many pieces or sections I should be doing in my head, just to make sure I don't run out of hair or anything like that. So that's just the good use of that rack. I'll put a link where you can find it in the description box. Alright, so now on to the fun part. I'm going to be using this Edge Tamer by Cream of Nature again to help me with tightening up my roots, because my grip game is honestly one of the weakest out here in the natural hair game. Like, my grip game is horrible, but when I use this Edge Tamer, I put it on my roots, and then I begin to like twirl my roots and make it look like a mini dread kind of, which you'll see in a second. It looks like that. And it kind of stays in that position to help me grip the hair a lot better. So I'm just going to take the 2 pieces that I put aside, and I'm going to kind of frizz them out with my fingers and just finger comb through them just to make them, you know, not so perfect. Alright, so I tried to give you guys the best angle that I could, and I could not see what I was doing back here, but I slowed it down so you guys could kind of see. I'm just using the braiding hair and I'm looping it around my real hair, and then I'm using my real hair as the third leg of the braid. So I'm just going to braid my hair down as normal, just for about like an inch or two. And then after that, I'm going to split my real hair in two pieces, and then that's when I'm going to begin the twist. Alright, so this is what the twisting hair looks like when it is all done. Such a pretty texture. It's nice and curly and coily or whatever. And this is just what a few of them look like all together. You can kind of see my real hair color at the top, but it's just the closest that I could get. So we're just gonna, you know, we're gonna enjoy that ombre effect that it gives us, okay? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a few more times how I apply the hair. I might speed it up a little bit, but if you need to, just rewind it and look again. Please feel free. So anyways, I'm going to just put the edge tamer on the top of my hair and then twist it up just to help me get a better base and a better grip of the hair. For all of us gripless girls out there, I think this helps so much. So I'm just going to do my little mini dread at the top and then add in the hair. Going to braid up about an inch or an inch and a half to 2 inches of braiding at the top and then twist throughout the rest of the hair. I'm also just using some random gel to use for the base of the twist, just to keep it together and keep it a little more neat, because I didn't want to use the edge tamer throughout the whole of my hair and make it sticky. That's just for the top. So I'm just going to cut off the ends or cut off any straggly parts and then coil the ends of my hair, just to make sure the hair is nice and coily at the end and that it doesn't unravel. Alright, y'all, we gotta give God some praise because I'm on the last one finally after like 14 hours or whatever. But anyways, it's all gonna be worth it. So I'm just gonna go throughout and do the same exact thing. You know, just braid up to the front on the top for like an inch or an inch and a half and then twist down throughout the rest. But I just want to show you something that I also added towards more so the front of my hair. I had to, and I did this in my last video also, but I had to put a little hair clip at the top, because when you're twisting your hair, it twists up to the roots also and it makes it feel really tight. So when you put the clip there, it just helps to keep it from like retwisting and getting it really like raveled at the top. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying. So that just helps keep the hair in place and it not twist so much at the top and get it like extremely tight and like pull your hair out. Alright, you guys, so I'm all done finally, and I know a lot of you guys are gonna ask if the hair is heavy. It's not heavy, it's just a lot and it's really long, but it's not that heavy. So the very last step I'm going to do is use this Texture ID styling foam, and I'm gonna use a lot, like a lot. So I'm just gonna use that and put it throughout my hair just to set the style in place. Alright you guys, so that is it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, leave them down below, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!
Sunlight and those brown eyes.